Good evening, everybody. Welcome to TIMBP Live on this Thursday evening, October 7th, 2021. If you were watching on the replay, thank you so much for checking it out. Look at that. ADHD Whiskey Matt Porter himself is in the building. Matt Porter, good to see you, my good friend. I miss you so much. I've been thinking about you a lot recently, and I mean this sincerely when I say I miss you like crazy. So I hope I get to see you soon. John Wadsworth is here. JG 877 match now. What's up, JG? Tim Donnie the Linux cat has arrived. Donnie, thank you so much for being our blue wrench for the evening, our moderator. And John Wadsworth, what is up, my man? Hope you are well. I'm very excited, let me say, to be hanging out tonight because my day, man, I was about ready to just like throw in the towel and go, I'm quit. It's quitting time at 2:00 in the afternoon. I mean, like, I don't even know. It was rough. It was a rough day. What's up, Whiskey Proof? Good to see you. Yes, Donnie says mash that like button and subscribe if you have not. Also, please hit the bell notification button. Super important. Let me turn this down a little bit because the screen is reflected in my glasses. But I was like, the day just hit me so hard that I was like, I am going to go home. I'm going to drink a nice bourbon barrel aged porter. I'm going to put on my comfy pants, my comfy sweatshirt. I'm going to do this live stream. We're going to complain a little bit. We're going to give some stuff away. And it's gonna be a good night. I need this is like my therapy for the day. I had to miss my last therapy session, unfortunately, but it's okay. I'm just gonna hang out in my little cave right now because I need this. I need so badly to just talk with you guys and hang out. And it's been a week. It's been a crazy week for bourbon. It's been a crazy week in general. I feel like it's been a long week. So we're going to get to it. But before we do that, couple of things. If you have not watched the newest video on the channel, the newest produced video, go and check that out. I review Old Forester Barrel Strength. It's a good. I had a lot of fun making the video. It just took a while for me to get it right and get it made, just because I was struggling with some program issues. But you can go check that out. Emily Chambers, hello. Hope you are well. Roscoe P. Coltrane, what's up, Roscoe? Bourbon Baller says, chin up, dude. Better days ahead. Amen to that. I'm not trying to say, look, I've had worse days. This was the one that just kind of knocked the wind out of me. For all intents and purposes. I just whew. I mean, like, to the point where, like, I was driving home this afternoon and I was sitting in traffic about to turn onto the road that our house is off of. And this old man was just sitting in the car next to me, honking his horn and flipping me off. And I didn't know, like, I didn't cut anybody off. I didn't do anything. And it kind of felt like that old man was the encapsulation of my entire day. Like, I didn't do anything to deserve that kind of treatment. And like, he just, like, I kept looking over at him, trying to figure out what was going on. Every time I did, he just flipped me off again. And it was the straw that broke the camel's back. And so I just was, I was done. I was done by that point. And so JG says, sorry, that was me. It wasn't you, JG. This old guy looked like, you know what? I got to be honest with you. It might have been a woman. I really don't know. They didn't seem to really have that. I just don't know what was going on with that person. So I was just thrown off by the whole situation. But just to have like some stranger, this is me ranting, by the way, and we're going to get to the BTAC stuff in a minute. But it's also, who else just dropped in? I noticed somebody. Oh, it's Pat. What's up, Patrick? Mr. Benoob himself. Good to see you. Tammy Brennicke's here. Hi, Tammy. Hope Brian's doing well too. Hope you all are well. SG flying high. What up, SG? Maybe it was the head of the Larceny Single Barrel program. I don't know why that guy would have been following me around, or just like why would he have been upset with me? I didn't do anything. Just because I kind of didn't like B521, even though I came around to it. JG, I was trying to tell you I was your number one. I'm your number one fan. That's hysterical. But yeah, I just that was the end of my day, and I had other stuff I won't get into. I thought I lost my wallet for a hot minute too. It turns out it was fine, but that sinking feeling in your stomach when you're like, oh, I got to go to the DMV now. I got to call and cancel my cards. My Speedy Rewards card was in that wallet. I was like, I can't go through that kind of logistical nightmare scenario. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. John Wadsworth, when I get folks like that, I blow them a kiss. I should have. What's up, Rob from Food, Wine, and Whiskey Podcast? What's up, Perry? GTS is trash. Glad it's gone. And Pat says scathing. I don't think it's trash, but it's a weird year. So first and foremost, I again just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's here tonight. This is going to be kind of a more conversational evening. So feel free to drop some of your thoughts and feelings about everything. But we do have a giveaway tonight. And by the way, to folks who not the Speedy card. But to the folks who won last week, I haven't had the chance to ship those out yet. My brother's weekend was my brother's birth. Dang it! My brother's wedding was this past weekend, and so I haven't. I've just been trying to play catch up all week. Hi, Patrick, over on Facebook, and Rob says I was just kidding. I figured you were, but I've got some thoughts. I've got some feelings. But so. Tonight's giveaway. Again, for every $5 in Snuffy Chats, it gets you one entry. Donnie, on behalf of old men everywhere, I apologize. Us old guys have struggles and should not take things out on you youngins. That old person, it's fine. It's fine. I just I feel better now. I was just so flabbergasted by the whole situation and so frustrated by it. But anyway, Patrick's also over on Twitch. Thank you, Mr. Bourbon Noob. Appreciate you. But so what you are getting for this week's giveaway, if I can find the right daggone one. Gee, dang it. Here it is. Oh, what's up, Adam? Mr. Whiskey Shits, good to see you. Maybe the old guy was late for shuffleboard. Did I cut him off and he was late for shuffleboard? I don't know. There's not a senior center around here. But so, in lieu of the fact that some people, meaning everybody, Donnie, thank you. I appreciate that. Is not receiving any George T. Stagg this year. I figure, why not give away the rest of my sample of last year's George T. Stagg. About an ounce of that left. It's not focusing. I think Snuffy's probably the one to blame for that. There we go. George T. Stagg from 2020. Sorry, the label got cut off. That was not my fault. And then Eric and I both agreed to do blends for whoever wins. We'll do one blend as a replacement for George T. Stagg this year, which I will be doing, and then one that could be akin to what George T. Stagg could have been this year if they had taken the barrels that they said were not good and released them anyway. And Eric's going to be doing that. And that's actually kind of in line with what's going to be coming out next week on the podcast, which is our 200th episode. We got a big 200 coming out next week, 2 centuries, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. And very, very exciting. It's a really good episode. Swan, Eric, and I recorded that on Monday. There's a great, great game that's played in there, and you're not going to want to miss that. But the loser, and I actually I said that we should both drink it. Whoever lost the game had to drink this bad blend that that Eric had made. And it's pretty trash. It's pretty garbage. But so George T. Stagg sample and 2 blends that will be made exclusively for this giveaway. So I will repeat that, I'm sure, again throughout the evening. But first and foremost, from Mr. JG himself, $5 entry, 877 match now from your Snuffy fan club. If you would like to tip the show, for Snuffy Chats, you can find the link for it in the description below. I'm sure Donnie actually just shared it. Sorry, I missed that for a second. What is up, Z-Man? Good to see you. Well, Tammy says a 3-way. Jojo says, hell yeah, looking forward to listening to the show next week. It's a really great episode. Ooh, Eric is throwing in a 2019 GTS sample as well. Now I got to update the banner. Hold on. Two blends and 2019 and or plus 2020 GTS samples. There we go. There we go. There we go. Eric being his freaking generous self, as always. Always making you work co-hosting duties. That's all fine. It's all good. Tony Back Donuts, what's up, my man? Hope you're well, Tony. Also, Clifton's here. Clifton, good to see you. The pinch hitter. 2021 BTAC, huh? Is everyone here to complain about no George T. Stagg this year? I'm kidding. None of us would find it anyway. So let's get into the topic of conversation. Samantha with the $5 Snuffy Chat as well. Thank you, Samantha. Appreciate that. 2 entries so far. You guys are great. So Buffalo Trace Antique Collection got announced yesterday. Eric, I just read your text, by the way. Hadn't had a chance to check it out. But it's a weird year. And to be frank, it's a very weird year. And been kind of a weird week for bourbon in general. $5 also from Sherry Gardner, excuse me. Thank you so much, Sherry. All right. Ooh, Clifton, you got the out of samples email. I'm so sorry to hear that, buddy. I thought that I was going to be unlucky this year. And I mean, it turned out okay. I'm looking forward to seeing what this year's samples are going to look like. Hopefully, they put a little bit more work into crafting everything, since they had to kind of take away one particular product, the George T. Stagg, of course, which we'll get to in a second. But so just an odd week for bourbon. First of all, that there was the antique collection with no Stagg in it. We also I just found out today from our buddy Adam Terry that the larceny barrel program from Heaven Hill is actually not going to be in effect anymore. So I mean, it's just strange. Like the most egregious example of this that I can think of is last year. Oh, Clifton, I'm sorry, buddy. I hate to hear that. Dev Patel, what's up, Dev? Or Devin Patel. I always call you Dev. I hope that's okay. I don't mean to say, Cheech is here. And Papa Ritter. He says, you can be Frank, you can be Ben. I will be Frank. Frank, I like the name Frank. It's a good name. Yeah. So it just is like the what I was going to say is the most egregious example that I can think of that is last year when Beam basically did the same thing, and they're like, there's not going to be a fourth release of Booker's, just in Dev, I love you. You're so sweet. OG Papa Ritter's in the house. It's awesome. So also, dadgum, 33 people in here, and it's not even 8:30 yet. You guys are awesome. For anybody who's coming in, we are doing another giveaway this week, of course. Samples of 2019 and 2018 Stag, and then Eric and I are both making some blends for whomever wins. One of them is going to be if George T. Stagg had come out and it was potentially really good, and the other one is going to be what would that Stag have looked like if they didn't think that it was up to snuff? So up to snuffy. So $5 in Snuffy Chat. Every $5 gets you one entry, and you can check that out in the description below. So it just has been kind of odd that we've been seeing more and more of this, and it's funny to me because this is easily the biggest example of what we have seen as the major effects of the bourbon boom, right? Donnie, you've got JG, Samantha Stitt, and Sherry Garner, and I'll send you a oh, that's cool. I'll send you a screenshot later as well. Chris from Down Under's here. What's up, Chris? But I mean, this is just kind of like it's the next step that could have been taken after age statements going away, right? Because everybody kind of said that they would rather have non-age stated products as opposed to just not having those products at all. And we saw that, of course, with Elijah Craig. We saw it with Weller to a certain degree as well. Did Eagle Rare fully? No, they still have the 10-year age statement. It's just been moved to the back. Ooh, is that Tammy? I believe so. Yes, $10 from Tammy Brennicky. Thank you, Tammy. Appreciate you. She said, sending love back to you. And so the interesting thing about this, Rob brings up a good question. What did they do? What do they do with that juice since it was deemed not worthy? Let me take a sip of my porter here. I feel like there's a couple of things that could be done. I mean, for one, it could be what they were saying they were going to do with it. I don't know if it's fully true, but it's there's still a potential for it, and that's actually holding on to it next year's batch. Could be a good thing. Could mean that um, we could have a wider release, a bigger release of Stag next year. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. Who? Oh, nope, 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 nope. Tony Bag of Donuts says make Stag Junior. I think that's another really viable option. I think making EH Taylor barrel proof is more than likely what they're going to wind up doing with it. But I think that another batch of Stag Junior could be imminent. I mean, did we get 2 batches last year? Somebody please let me know, because I cannot remember. That juice will be next year's EH Taylor limited release. I like that. No, Rob, I am not drinking vino. I am drinking a bourbon barrel aged porter that our good buddy Swan gifted to me. I'm drinking it out of my Stella Artois glass. Had to say it like the dude. Dev says a conspiracy theory think the Stag Junior took too much of the Stag Senior and the barrels left over were not up to snuff, or they just make more money on Junior and push out more. Okay, so let's break that down. They use too much of it. I don't think that's the case. I think that they could probably have just I'm willing to take this at as much of face value as I can. And I think a lot of people are saying that it's not available because it has been used for other products that we don't even know about. I feel like they would have already had everything allocated for Stag Junior, and they pretty much know what is going to go into it. But I don't know. I mean, it could have been that they used too much of it. However, I think that we could see. I think we could see another Stag Junior batch this year. Pinch hitter might sell it off in totes, blend it into a one-time release under another label, use it for regular BT. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see a little bit more BT coming out the rest of the year. Unfortunately, we're only at the beginnings of the highly allocated stuff becoming ultra allocated due to stock issues. That's a really good point, Scott. And I think that, and Tarek from Elixir, by the way, was it today or yesterday that was his 25th anniversary at Elixir, which is awesome. Go and check them out, right near Franklin, Tennessee. Gets rocked. But he brought up a good point that a lot of people would probably be okay with removing allocations altogether because it would mean that it would be easier for people to stock, be easier for people to find the stuff that they like as well. We wouldn't have to worry so much about limited releases. And I mean, you come at this from one of two perspectives, I feel like, and I'm minimizing, not minimizing. I feel like I'm being reductive, I guess, in this point, but I feel like there's one of two options here. One, you're the drinker, or two, you're the collector. I guess three, the reseller. But that kind of spawns other things. So I even if you're not buying allocated bottles to drink them, surely you're drinking something, right? I mean, surely you have something that you're looking for regularly. Nick Foles, by the way, hello Nick. It'll probably get dumped in ancient age. That would be hysterical, actually. That would be really funny. 10th anniversary. Where did I get 25th from? I don't know. Sorry, I got to get caught up on the chat. Finding comments. Matt, Stag Junior barrels too young to blend in GTS. I mean, it could be, be that they're just trying to balance out the next batch of Stag Junior. But even still, I mean, essentially they'd be making more with George T. Stag, Daddy Stag. JG says another Pappy Gate. Okay, so Eric does bring up a good point, rather. Those are like 8 to 10 years. That's fair. Do we really think they use the same barrels for GTS and Stag Junior? I think they're separate. Probably. I mean, I could be very wrong. Chris, what's up, Chris? Hope you're well. I see Mr. Trev Wilson's in here too. Our blue wrench, one of our other blue wrenches. JG says they're going to make it into vodka. I don't know about that, but that would be pretty funny. Tony, I am drinking something, and stop calling me Shirley. My bad. And Donnie says, surely I am drinking something. I have like $600, so I will be okay. And that's the thing too. I mean, 1 year of Stag not being available is pretty. I mean, it's not going to destroy the market, secondary or otherwise. It's just going to be a blip. You know, I'm not overly worried about it in the long term. Is it a bummer? Yeah, absolutely, it's a bummer. I mean, I hate that we aren't going to get it this year. But at the same time, I mean, the past couple of years they've been good. I mean, but it's like maybe they did need a little bit of a reset. Maybe they did need to take the time to get their heads back on straight. But I don't know how much Stag have you all had? I mean, let me know, because I know that there are some people who have been swearing by George T. Stag since its initial release, and I get that. I mean, but so many of us, myself included, because you know when it was first out, and even 10 years prior to this, prior to today, I don't, you know, I haven't tried it, and it would cost me an arm and a leg and probably a second mortgage to try it, even just look at a bottle, you know. Chris says I haven't had any anyway, so no big deal to me. Cheapest I've seen is like $600, and that's not happening. And Eric says it's really just spooky of them. You guys haven't heard that episode yet because it comes out next week, but Eric does that a couple of times, and it's really funny. It's really funny. I got some editing I'm going to do on it as well. Sorry, getting caught up on chat again. Donnie says, I have an 18, 19, and 20 Stag and 11 through 16 Stag Junior. Chris says, I just love how everyone is losing their minds over it. Go back 10 years and most people in the community did not really know of GTS. Tony says he's only ever had one pour at a bar. JG says the hype for next year will be ridiculous. This will end up being awesome marketing, even if that was not the intention. Could be that was the intention. I mean, it's not like Buffalo Trace has to advertise. I mean, everybody knows what Buffalo Trace is, and they know their products, and it's not exactly the least known items in the world, but they are. I mean, it could really help them with hype. It could. Scott, I'd rather see a really good Stag Junior that is widely available than maybe getting a bottle of GTS every 10 years. Totally fair. Deb says, I've had exactly 0 Stag. I am crossing my fingers for a raffle near me. Hey, it's Perry Russell. Eric, take note. Take note, Eric. Take note. What's with all this daddy talk? My daddy doesn't like Stag. I bet if you set a glass of Stag in front of Jimmy Russell, he would drink it. He would drink it. Ooh, Chris, I forgot about that. I always forget about it, and then it comes back up. I have that 2-ounce pour set back for you of my 2011 Stag. I really fumbled my way through that sentence. I'm sorry. Rob, like I said, it's trash. I'll send a truck up to get the barrels. We'll dispose of it here in Texas. Just don't let it age any longer once it's down in Texas. And Donnie says, Perry Russell, back to the basement. JG, I've only had Stag Jr. once at a bar. It made me want it even more. Stag Jr., I think, is probably, I think, of course, at this point, it's the more appealing of the two products. One, because of price. Two, because of availability. And I don't know. I feel like we talked about this, I think, on the pregame chats this week, which are on Patreon, patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast for as little as $1 a month. $5 a month gets you bonus content and early access to content as well. Oh, by the way, I haven't said this. I was going to say this, and I totally forgot. So I'm going to start doing for Patreon, and I kind of did it a while ago, and I stopped for one reason or another. But Patreon at the $5 tier is going to be getting early access to all episodes in the form of the raw audio. So you guys are going to get, if you're on the Patreon, basically day of episodes. So as soon as I hit stop recording, you're going to be able to hear it. So I hope that you're ready for that, because there's a lot of behind the scenes shenanigans that go on, but it's going to be good. Daddy says that Stag is the devil. That's hilarious. Rest of the bottle is gone, so that setback does look in danger at times, as it was really good. Appreciate that. Nick says, I've owned a bottle of GTS 2018 to 2020 and bummed to not be able to add a 2021. Also, Sugar Kitty. Hello, Sugar Kitty. Oops. Donnie, I'm working on it. I think I messed up. Hold on. TIMBP Uncut. Indeed. Are these Ronald McDonald hands? Oh, no, they're not. But yes, Donnie, I will send this to you here in a minute. Will Hendo Henderson, what's up with you? Congratulations on 1,000 followers on Instagram. My dude, my guy. And also want to remind people about the giveaway, which is what I'm sending a screenshot of to Donnie right now. $5 per entry for 2 samples of Stag, 19 and 20. And you will also get 2 custom-made blends by myself and Eric, the Whiskey Mutant. So get them in, y'all. Get them in, get them fast, get them hot, get them loose. Just don't forget to get them. And the Snuffy chats are available in a few different options below. So, Donnie, it's all good. I just appreciate you doing it. So this is the longest I think I've done a live stream without having anything bourbon-wise to drink. So let's change that and drink a little bit. Maybe finish it. I don't really know so far because there's not much left. Yeah, we're just going to down it. So this is last year's Eagle Rare 17, the 101 proof. Again, all of these are just from sample bottles that the Buffalo Trace sent me for the podcast. And in a couple weeks, you'll get to hear our thoughts on this year's antique collection because we will be receiving samples. So very excited about that. Got in just under the wire, I believe. Hey, Chris. Look, Jack Single Barrel is one of my favorite things in the world. With a cigar, awesome. $10 donation from Will Hendo Henderson 2 entries for the giveaway for the evening. Thank you, Will. Appreciate you. Dev says that Fred Minnick says the Eagle Rare 17 is over oaked, and that makes me want it more. I have not ever really been overly impressed with Eagle Rare 17. That being said, ding for everybody's bingo card. I have only had the past couple of years, and truth be told, I mean, I would love to try more, but I just don't know that much about it. In terms of my experience with it, I know plenty about it. It's a 17-year mash bill one from or two. I don't know what they're doing over there. John Wadsworth with the $10 donation. Thank you, John. Appreciate you guys. Aloha, Don, all the way in Hawaii. Appreciate you, buddy. Cheechbot is killing the mod game. Appreciate it. This bourbon thing is getting expensive. Seen over a dozen picks being released in the last 3 days. I do love picks, man. I'm all about that pick life. Big pick energy. Oh, hey, that's actually opened nice. Opened up pretty nicely. I don't mind that at all. So I think I've said as much as I can about the stag issue. And I mean, like I said, things are going to eventually go back to normal, I would say. And it's just frustrating for a lot of people, but it is what it is. And I mean, I would like to have had it. I would like to have seen it. But what are you going to do? I'd rather have a good product than not, than a bad one. I meant. So Papa Ritter's tapping out, baby. And Cheech has dropped the info. Please send us a chat. It's our method of super chatting, which eventually we'll get to actually having a super chat system here. But thank you guys so much for being here. Dang. 31 people. I think our peak so far has been 4 tonight. But thank you. Dang. I like that this is getting to be our typical number for viewers on the live streams. I dig it. You guys are awesome. Nick Foles says this was a missed opportunity to finally add a high age mash bill 2 barrel proof offering into the antique collection. I totally agree. But haters would say that it's just it would just be Blanton straight from the barrel, you know, at a different price point. But I don't disagree with you. I think that they totally should have done that. JGS, how was the wedding? The wedding was awesome. I gave a speech that made people weep openly. So I can't recreate it because but it was good. It was a great wedding. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm so happy for my brother and his wife. And they're in Cancun right now. Totally jealous of that. That's where we went on our honeymoon. That is where we went on our honeymoon as well. That's what I was trying to say there, and it came out. Do you think it's a marketing ploy to get more attention because of what's going on at Heaven Hill? Just a thought. If that is the case, that's some quick turnaround in marketing. I mean, I don't want to be like I really don't want to do like the conspiracy thing, but it's kind of hard not to. because of how quickly they would have to make that decision. And I mean, I get it. I understand that notion, but I don't know. I'm having a hard time buying into that one. Donnie, I'm sending you another screenshot, buddy. Also, thank you, Donnie, so much for keeping up with us tonight. I appreciate it. Oh, there's new edits to our grocery list. Whoop! Eagleware fell over. Ancient age barrel proof BTAC. I love it. I think that would be great. Speech. Yes. Buffalo Trace does not need a marketing department, but they do have one. So, but okay, what I was trying to say, let's talk about the positives for this year. Let's talk about what's changed from last year in the good side of things. And that's, the fact that we are getting 4 products. We are getting 4 bottles from the antique collection. And so I'm not upset about it. I'm really looking forward to trying this year's Weller. Really looking forward to trying, honestly, all 4 of the products that are coming out. Buffalo Trace, we know you like us. And Cheech says, if you're not subscribed, why not? Please do join the subscriber list. It makes it sound very negative or very disjointed. Apologize. Sorry. Still haven't seen Stag Junior 16. I have not seen it either. But I love Stag Junior so much. I freaking love it. Okay. So, of the 4 releases, we are, of course, getting William LaRue Weller, Thomas H. Handy Rye, Eagle Rare 17, and Saz Rye 18. So, William LaRue Weller, this year, was distilled in the winter of 2009 and aged in warehouses C, D, K, L, and Q, and registers at 125.3 proof. I'm not going to go through the tasting notes because I don't like I don't like tasting notes. I want people to experience it for themselves. Chris says, I'm not a big conspiracy theorist either, but it will make more people spend more money on last year's George C. Stag and try and grab next year's. Half of that, I think, would be a good marketing ploy by Buffalo Trace, and that would be to get more people to buy it next year. The thing is, secondary, they don't get any of that money. I mean, that's purely just being run by people who, are trying to evaluate things based on their own experiences. So I understand what you're saying. I just think that it's hard to justify half of that, I would say. Rob says positives: Wild Turkey 101, Rare Breed, and Russell's Reserve on the shelf and not allocated. Let's cross our friggin' fingers to make sure that that doesn't ever happen. John says he's not seen Stag Junior in nearly 2 years. Man. And Donnie says he'll seek a WLW or Eagle Rare 17 this year. You can see Buffalo Trace drop in one of the Pappy age statements. That will I would be really, really surprised if that happened. I would be severely shocked if they never put out Pappy 23 again. Who is Innovate Computer Solutions? I mean, thank you. We get a $10 donation from you. I appreciate it. I just don't know who you are. I want to make sure that you get entered into the giveaway appropriately. Ask the Whiskey Thief, Snuffleupagus. What do you think, buddy? He doesn't have many thoughts on the matter. Okay, so the Thomas H. Handy Sazerac Rye that is coming out this year. This year's Handy was distilled in the spring. Oh, I forgot to say this. I totally forgot to say this. So typically, WLW is what, like 12 years old? This is confirmation that it's actually going to be 11 years old this time around. because it was distilled in the winter of 2009, right? And so it's coming out, I mean, before that. So it's going to be sub 12 years old. So we're seeing, again, some of this happen. It's crazy. It's crazy. Not all of them, but the Lot B are 15-year. Oh, they better not get rid of the 15-year. That's the best one of the bunch. Sugar Kitty. It prompted me to say the name, and I said Sugar Kitty. It's the Humans Company. Totally fair, Sugar Kitty. I've never seen Pinch Hitter. I've never seen George T. Stagg other than in lotteries and allocated raffles. I had a chance to pay for a sample pour about 2.5 weeks ago for $20, but passed in favor of WLW at the same price. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Snuffy's waiting to snort up my whiskey while I'm sleeping. Loppy is Weller 12. You're not wrong. We've done a side-by-side on the show before of that. So this year's Handy was distilled in the spring of 2015, aged in warehouses ILO and K, and weighs in at 129.5 proof. Interesting. I need to look at the Oh wow, the proof is almost spot on from last year. Last year's was 129 proof. So, interesting. Maybe I'll throw in, should I throw in another one of these samples? Yeah. Let me know. Okay, would you rather win a sample of last year's Handy or last year's 18 Sazerac 18 year? One is barrel proof, the other one is 90 proof. So if I were to give away yet another sample, so this week that makes 5 individual samples. What would you rather win? So let me know in the comments and we will adjust accordingly. But JG, now I want my own Snuffleupagus. Where do I get one? You can Amazon, I think Amazon is where I was sent mine. Everybody's saying the Handy. All right, so I all right, so up it $5 per entry. Ooh, what up? Dev's entered now for $5. Thank you, Dev. People are all saying Handy, Handy, Handy all day. So absolutely, we will include Handy in this giveaway as well. Yeah, everybody's making the appropriate jokes. Patrick, a new Patrick. Hey, you've been here before. Hi, Patrick. Amazon is where you got the one you sent me. There we go. Yeah. Seems like, wait, okay. Patrick says, seems like this would be a good chance for Beam makers or Turkey to come out with their own BTAC things. Knob 12 cast strength. It's my all-time favorite. Dude, I love that bourbon so much. I wish that it were readily available. It just breaks my little heart. Breaks my little heart. That Eagle Rare's opened up. Well, it did. I don't have any more. Well, I'll have a little bit of the Saz 18. Because I mean, I've really not had any of this since Swan and I tried it on last year's episode. So is that 10 more from John Wadsworth? Or is that 10 in general? Sorry, John. I can't remember if you've donated already. Nope. That is Yep. What's happening here? Oh, John, you actually okay. John, you came in with 2 more entries. I got you. Just want to make sure I had everything right. Donnie, I'm about to send this to you. Tony bag of donuts as well for $10. Man, you guys really liked having the Thomas Handy in there as well. Dang. Appreciate you guys. Goodness, sorry. I'm trying to get caught up on this for Donnie. It's a heck of a... Was not expecting this. But I guess if it sweetens the deal at all. Yes. Okay, there we go. R.I.P. Swan. Evan Swan's actually going to be back. He's on next week's episode. Okay, John, yeah, John, I got y'all squared away. But yeah, Swan's going to be on for episode 200, which was a really, really good time. I think you guys are going to love that episode. So go and check it out next week. Also, listen to this week's episode. Eric and I had a good time drinking MGP or Ross and Squib products. Before, what do we do? BRSE, before Ross and Squib era of jokes and jokes and jokes and jokes. Chris is headed back out to the bunker. Good luck, Chris. Miss you, buddy. Miss my Aussies. Man. Okay. So, this year's Eagle Rare 17 was distilled in the spring of 2002, and it's 101 proof. What else can I say? I mean, same thing with the Saz Rye 18. Barrels were filled in the spring of 2003, bottled at 90 proof. And each bottle is suggested retail price MSRP of $99. So, I mean, if you can find it for that, of course. But yes, that is the name on my account. It's my dad's PayPal. I use it for donations and business stuff. But that is the correct PayPal. Gerald. Gerald is how it's pronounced. JG, second pour, and I'm already trying to buy a Snuffleupagus. Wow. Whoa. Man, I haven't had this Saz 18 in a while. Oh, it's got like an orange syrup note right in the middle. Very heavy citrus. You thought Gerald is short for Perry? No, it's not, actually. So my grandfather was Gerald. My dad is too, Gerald David. And I should sell Snuffies as merch. I would get in a lot of trouble if I did that, but that's very funny. But the reason I'm Perry is because when my grandfather was little, they were going to call him Jerry, but he could only say Perry for some reason. So I called him that, and my parents call me that too. So I am Perry Ritter. So yeah. Also, James Morris. Ooh, and Evan. Oh, snap. On Venmo, we haven't gotten a Venmo. That's really funny. We haven't gotten a Venmo Snuffy chat in a while. Donnie, I think after this we are caught up. But just to recap what you will be receiving for this giveaway: sample of 2020 Handy, sample of 2020 Stag, sample of 2019 Stag, in 2 custom blends One made by myself. Tony said, "You twisted my arm." That's funny. And one made by Eric, the Whiskey Mutant. So all sorts of good stuff. Chris, thank you as well, Mr. Whiskey Smoke Explorer. You guys are wonderful, wonderful people. I really appreciate it. I think I said this. I kind of said this last week, and I didn't have the chance to. I haven't said it yet today, but I am still in between contracts for work, unfortunately. So this really does help me out quite a bit. Isn't Jor-El Superman's dad? Am I Superman? I think you finally figured. I think Johnny Drama figured it out. Johnny Drama in the chat. Any big news on the Entourage front tonight, Johnny? Let me know. Oh, that's funny. Chris, yes, you did send it to the right place. I appreciate it. You're wonderful, wonderful people. And I think you're really going to enjoy these. These blends are going to be cool. Eric and I are going to write out exactly what it was that we put into them, and nobody else in the world is going to have these particular blends. Yeah. You keep thinking I'm saying the whiskey mute. Mutant. Will, did you send more than one? Let me make sure. Oop, you did. Hold on. There we go. I think I messed up there. That was my fault. My bad. But I think otherwise we're pretty caught up. Scott, did your Snuffy chat go through? I think so. Yes, yours did. Yours did indeed. Awesome. Cool. Sorry that we're doing. We have to do so much admin here towards the end. Here towards the end of the show, but we want to make sure everybody. Donnie. Okay, Donnie, you're good. We got you. We got you covered. But I'm still feeling like my therapy mode from earlier today too, or from earlier tonight. So I just kind of want to keep. I kind of want to keep just hanging out for a little while. Man, that SAS 18 is good. Oh, it's like an orange creamsicle. Dude. Update. Wahlberg is still a prick. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Please do smash the like button. Yes, yes, yes. Evan, has anybody watched the Sopranos movie? Pretty good, I thought. I have not seen it yet. And truth be told, I was too young for the Sopranos when it was originally on. So that's something that it's kind of a blind spot for me. But I do need to go back and do myself that favor of watching it. So I also just poured some of the 2019 Thomas H. Andy. This one's 125.7 proof. So I'm very excited about that. Donnie says, I'm still reeling from therapy, so I'm doing my best. Will with another $5 entry. Am I seeing that correctly? Yeah. Dang, Will. Thank you, man. Have I told y'all I got to meet Will? Are we gonna keep rolling? I don't know. I mean, like, I just like I'm feeling good. I'm enjoying hanging out. So I say let's just keep it rolling for a little while. If that's okay. I mean, unless we need to do we need to go ahead and shut down so everybody can go um go do other things. Um Rob's headed out. Thank you so much, buddy. JG asks, what do I do for my day job? I am actually in between jobs right now, unfortunately. But up until the beginning of September, I was doing online customer service, actually social media customer service for Papa John's, which was a lot of fun, and I really missed that job. But my contract couldn't get extended, unfortunately. Scott says, I've got 15 minutes of overtime. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Overtime, 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 overtime. Tony's on his second account. Yes, thank you guys so much. All right, so we will go. Scott says he's got 15 minutes of overtime. We will go until 9:15. I will say, oh, Drew's going live too. Okay, cool. Oh, that was, of course he's going live. An idiot. Scott says 15 minutes of overtime. We will go until 10:15. Golly. We'll go until 9:15. We will close the entry point for the giveaway at 9:10. So you got 8 minutes left if you want to enter. And yeah. OT. I do like that Drew's doing the same thing tonight. I'll hop in and see if I can persuade him one way or another. Pinch hitter, I've got free reign until Clifton goes live at 10. Oh yeah, I was talking about what I do for my day job, but I'm a graphic designer by trade, and I'm actually kind of thinking about trying to get back into design. I haven't had a full-time design job since 2019. I just had a really, really bad job experience, just a horrible working environment, and so it kind of soured me from doing design full time for a while. I think I've kind of recharged my batteries enough after 2 years, and I'm looking at doing some remote design work or other remote opportunities. One of the best things that what's happening? Are we good? I think we're good. Okay. I don't always forget about Droopy. I don't know, Scott. It's just I think that's a good. I think 15 minutes of overtime is a good amount. Yeah. Since you're wearing a hat, are we supposed to drink every time you touch your hat? Yeah, sure. And I still kind of like go and touch my hair. But the hair's still there, by the way. I just haven't showered yet today. But yeah, sure. If it do anything with a hat, then you can drink instead of the hair. It's a throwback, Chris. I appreciate that. But I really, really enjoyed getting to work from home with Papa John's, and it's given me the opportunity to see Eden grow up more easily. And I, I've really liked being able to wake up and just roll out of bed and go to work, and then still have creative energy for stuff like the podcast, and YouTube videos too now. JG, if you were in banking, I could try to help. That's fair. Am I still doing tours? Will asks a good question. I am doing tours kind of off and on. It depends on what Nate needs me for. Hi, Drew Furstenberger. It's good to see you, buddy. But yeah, if you come to Nate has had to kind of supplement his income by doing more tours himself, which is totally understandable. I mean, if he needs that money, I don't want to take it away from him, and I think he feels the same, vice versa. But it's fine. It's totally understandable. Jobs that suck out your soul suck. I agree. I like getting to like I just don't mind mindless work. Like if I can clock in at 8 o'clock and then clock right out at 5 and still have energy for the rest of the day and for things that I really enjoy, it's that doesn't I don't need a job that makes me feel fulfilled. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I do feel fulfilled by doing things like the podcast, doing this YouTube stuff now, the community that we've built, and just being able to be a part of the greater bourbon podcast community at large. I just think that that's way way more rewarding to me than having to climb corporate ranks or to feel like I need to I need to impress somebody to get somewhere in life or anyway. Dev Patel, as long as they don't take my stapler. I used to have a red swing line. I don't know I don't know where it went. Actually, it might be an old backpack of mine. I was thinking about that earlier today. I need to go through my old backpacks. Um, so 3 minutes left in the giveaway. If you still are interested in getting in on that, 2020 Handy, 2020 and 2019 Stags, and then two special blends that Eric and I are making for the winner of the evening. "2019 Handy's not bad, man." Tony Bag of Donuts. Perry, do we know how old Jack Daniel's single barrel proof are? I just picked one up at 131.9. I don't know specifically. The 2019 Stag or Handy is weird. I don't know specifically, but I feel like it's usually in the 7 or 8 year old range. I mean, based on the how robust it feels, but at the same time, I mean, it could be like 5 or 6. I mean, a lot of the old Forester single barrels, and this is something that people don't really know about, but the old Forester barrel proof single barrels actually kind of roll in around 4 or 5 years old. I can't remember who told me that, but that is a confirmed fact. We've confirmed it. It's an approved TIMBP fact. You heard it here first, maybe. FYI, ranch water is some good stuff. I've had it. I don't dislike it. I need to get some. All right, less than 60 seconds. About 30 seconds if you want to get in. I'm imagining that people are all who are ready to who have already entered for the giveaway have already done so. But guys, thank you so much. As I was saying earlier, being out of a job for the most part has really Samantha Stitt with the last second $5 entry. Whoop! What's happening? My phone's freaking out. All right, one final entry, Donnie, from Miss Samantha. And so it's closed. It's officially closed. Oh, Jojo. Oh, that's you, Jojo. Okay, cool. All right. So that was loud. Sorry. We are closed up for the giveaway. That means that here in a second, Mr. Donnie the Linux Cat is going to take care of randomizing the names. I don't know how many entries we have. I think it's I can't do math. We got about 30 entries, 35 entries, something like that. What are you talking about, Will? Oh, that's why they're hot as crap. Oh, you're talking about the Old Forester single barrels. Donnie says they're better at 90 something proof. I mean, I like the single barrel proofs. I really do. It's like the only. Go watch my video on it. I did a video on it. It came out last week. Go check it out, please. It's not done well. I think it got lost in the algorithm. So please go check that out. It was a good video. I really enjoyed doing it. So thank you. Jeez Louise. 25 entries. Okay. Well, I am great at math. So the codes on the bottle? Huh, really? Did not know that. All right. Donnie says there are 25 entries. I'm assuming that he is randomizing this at the moment. I'm probably going to have to pick a number between 1 and 25. All right. Because this year is 2021 and you didn't get the stag in 2021, that means that the number is going to be 21. So whoever wins, you get some stag from last year, the year before, and some extra goodies. So 21 is the number. And now I'm just waiting for Donnie to let me know who won. Sugar Kitties knew. Did you know it was going to be 21? Was that obvious? And we're waiting. Come on. Oh, man. That 2019 handy. That's hot. Whew. Did you mean 12 or 21 there, Donnie? 21. Okay. Will Henderson, congratulations. One of our last entries for the evening. Will, shoot me a DM on your social media app of choice, and we will get you squared away. And everybody who won last week as well, you will still be receiving your samples. I just have not had the chance to sit down and get those done. But I appreciate you guys so much. Will, congrats. That is awesome. You are going to have to let everybody know what you think about the blends that we make for you. I've got an idea of what I want to do for mine. And I think that Eric already has an idea for his as well. All right. Folks, that's my time. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you all sincerely for being here tonight. And I'm so very blessed to get to do this every week and to see you guys regularly. Johnny Drama says good stuff tonight, Superman. Hey, I'm not going to not accept that nickname. I think that's pretty awesome. Drew, I'm happy you got to stop in too. Stop in earlier next time. It started at 8. So anyway, this has been great. If you're not yet follow the show, please go do so. Social media pages are at My Bourbon Pod. course, patreon.com/podcast is the big one. Like I said, people are going to get on Patreon the uncut, unedited, fully just out in the open episodes from now on. So you guys are actually probably going to get the first example of that tomorrow for episode 200. So be on the lookout for that. That does it. Thank you guys so much. I will see you all next week. It's been a great evening. I love you. I love you guys. I love you. Can't wait for next week. Until then, I'm Perry. And this is TIMBP Live. Bye, y'all.